Hi guys, it's Deb. I'm here to, my cat's making noise back there. I'm here to give you my take on collage postcard that we're doing a swap on yourpaperpantry.ning.com. So this is how I do it. Doesn't mean it's right, it doesn't mean it's wrong. Everybody has their own way of creating. This is just to give you an idea in case you have absolutely no idea where to start or what to do. And again, it's only my ideas, which doesn't make them right or wrong. But anyways, so what I did was I cheated. I took these dollar, mini album. These dollar mini albums that we all got at Michael's. Okay, and I took it to my cutting board and I cut 3.5 by 5 because that's the size that we're supposed to do them. All right, I'm not going to show you exactly, like what I'm doing because I want you guys to be surprised whoever gets mine. So I have my 3 by 5, 3.5 by 5, and what I did was a while back, and if you had watched some of my other videos, I told you to go online and go to eBay and look for people that sell collage stuff. So I had sent away, and I think I paid like $7 or $8, and I got this bag of old papers, old books, some music sheets, some little boys and little girls singing that I've put on cards, and in Mashed Up Monday altered art book. So anyway, so I got that on eBay, and it's so funny because when I got it, it's kind of sad in a way, but the woman that sold this probably got it from an estate sale. And she gave me all these different little recipes that somebody actually spent time writing. This actually belongs to somebody. Now, my mother had also done this, but I won't use my mother's stuff. My mother's stuff is with my recipes. So, but this says here like 1 eggplant, cut, dice, cooked tender in salted water, an onion, a celery, pepper, diced bread, egg, cream, bake for 45 minutes. So I have when I got it, I was like, oh, what am I going to do with this stuff, But it's actually somebody's little recipes, and they're all handwritten. And she actually puts them on like a business card. She has one like on another scrap piece of paper. This one's on an index card. This is called pillow cake. So, orange topped pork chops. Actually, some of these probably are really, really good. And then I pulled out some of the vintage papers. All right, I'm going to just zoom out a little. Oh, okay. So, to me, a collage is putting down on anything. I mean, it doesn't have to be paper. It could be a table. It could be a wall. It could be a rock. It could be anything that you can actually glue something onto, even tape something onto. So, and I'll probably get a little bit more into this than we need to, but that's the way I am. So I'll try to keep it simple. I usually go over the top when I'm explaining things. So now there's different ways, of course, of doing a collage. It's using a lot of different papers, and it's usually adding other elements. The obvious would be like paint or markers. In our case, we'd want to add ribbon, buttons, and a lot of this, when I made a tag, let me get one of my tags. I explained that to you. Most of us already do mixed media. You just don't realize that you're doing it. A tag that's got ribbon on it, and flowers on it, and beads on it, and markers, and glimmer mist, and all that adds up to being really mixed media. And let me see if I have my tags over here. So, here's one. When I was making these, this is what I was explaining. I took papers and I put them down anywhere that had to do with the subject. And remember my little stories. When I looked at her, I thought about a designer, very posh, You know, so I put down things that she was a designer. I added ribbon, I added glimmer mist, I added inks. I made my own flower, glimmer mist this, and the feathers. So that is also mixed media. So you're starting to get the idea. Now, some people put down papers and they like to line everything up. They get everything squared, they cut them, and they lay them all out, and they line them up like that, okay? Now, I don't like doing it like that. Now, the reason why I don't like doing it like that, think about it. If you do this all in the background, these lines, these vertical and horizontal lines actually become part of the design. And to me, they take away. It's not loose enough. It's too, it's almost like, well, why didn't you just, it's like cheetah fabric. When you buy a quilt fabric that looks like it's been quilted, it's called cheetah fabric. And you don't appreciate it. And what's going to happen is these lines, and of course, if you like that, then you would do it. But I don't like that. So these lines become part of the design, and your eye tends to go towards these lines. And sometimes they interfere with what's really going on the top layers, because you're going to layer. Like the tag, I layered. I put down the paper, I put down lace, I put down another image, I put down the feathers. So that's part of a collage too. You just don't want it to be, well, you can just have down papers and, you know, write and use some, you know, draw and do artwork on it. But when you're doing this, don't forget that these vertical and horizontal lines will become part of the design. Okay? So now what I would do is I would just start cutting, you know, not cutting rather, just tearing. You know, and of course you want to think about your colors. All right, I'm starting out with all these beiges and creams because my next thing of layering would be adding color. And of course you all know by now, hopefully, that I love my oil pastels. So I'll bring in my oil pastels and add color to these cream and beige pieces. Now, I might also decide, okay, I'm going to add scrapbooking paper in here because I have scrapbooking paper that's got cooking utensils on it because we're staying with our theme. You want to stay with the theme. All right? So if you have scrapbooking paper, and in my next video, I'll if I can think of and take out the brand, it's Pantry something, I don't know. But I'll take it out, and they actually had like cooking paper or kitchen paper. So anyway, so then you might want to put that in the background. If you have cooking, you know, actually have things. Now, I do have things, but I don't want to bring them out because I don't want you guys to cheat and see what I'm doing. But you would also add, like, let's say if you had a coffee mug and you had other pictures that have to do with the theme, which is cooking and recipes, then you would also put that down. All right? So then you want to glue these down. And then after you glue them down and you like where they are, and you might want to leave some backgrounds. There's nothing wrong with leaving backgrounds, okay? So once these are glued down, and I'm going to do that, I'm going to come back and show you other things that you can do on top of this. But now I'm not going to glue it down with Mod Podge because it's Thursday, excuse me, and I'm doing this, you know, I haven't pre-recorded this. This is Thursday, and I'm going to upload it right away. So I want to use Mod Podge, so you know what? I'll use Mod Podge, and then between now and the next video, I'll use my heat gun. Excuse me, I gotta bring water down here because I'm in the basement. Sometimes it gets dust or something in my throat. I have all my brushes here. Of course, my daughter took my brushes. Oh, let me just show you quick what she gave me. She made this in school. Remember I told you she was going to school for sculpturing? She made this and she was going to make a marionette. She's got the holes here. She drilled holes. And she has bones. But she wasn't sure how to do it. And I said, well, why didn't you ask me? Now I think some of the bones broke. But I'm going to keep this and the bones on my desk. So that's part of my inspiration is a bald head that looks like an alien. But watch for my next vid, guys, alright? See ya. Bye.